Good morning, and welcome to the Air Force Safety Center Assumption of Command. I am Master Sergeant Michael Donovan, your MC for today's ceremony. Lieutenant General Scott Ployce, Acting Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force, will preside over today's ceremony, in which Brigadier General Otis C. Jones will assume command of the Air Force Safety Center. Chief Master Sergeant Jesse Thomas, Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Safety Center, will be serving as the guidon bearer. To help recognize the importance of this ceremony, we are joined today by a number of special and distinguished guests. Please hold all applause until the introductions are complete. The Honorable Harold Pope Jr., State Senator, New Mexico. Mr. Thomas Spencer, Director of Engineering. Colonel Anthony Rhodes, Deputy Commander. And Chief Master Sergeant Chip Chadwick, Command Chief, Air Force Nuclear Weapons Center. Dr. Mark Glissman, Department of the Air Force Space Safety, highly qualified expert. Colonel Chris Wheaton, Deputy Commander, Air Force Safety Center, and his son, Isaiah. Colonel Michael Thomas, Department of the Air Force, Deputy Chief of Safety. Colonel Justin Seacrest, Commander, and Mr. Andrew Verdi, Executive Director, 377th Air Base Wing. Colonel John Cornett, Deputy Commander, and Chief Master Sergeant Randolph Crossland, Command Chief, Air Force Operational Test and Evaluation Center. Colonel Jason Allen, Commander, and Chief Master Sergeant Sean Keegan, Command Chief, 58th Special Operations Wing. Colonel Robert Olvis, Commander, Colonel Alan Agnes, Deputy Commander, and Chief Master Sergeant John Coyle, Command Chief, the Inspection Agency. Mr. Robert Idesmo, Deputy Director, Space Rapid Capabilities Office. Mr. Odell Maxwell, Congressional Aide for United States Representative Gabriel Vasquez, New Mexico. Mr. Sherman McCorkle, Air Force Global Strike Civic Leader and Team Kirtland Wingman. Ms. Megan De La Rosa, Air Force Global Strike Civic Leader and Team Kirtland Honorary Commander. Mr. Roger Newell and Mrs. Christine Glidden, Team Kirtland Wingman. Ms. Julie Morgas Becca, Dr. Gent Cravens, Ms. Dorian Mackenzie Rader, and Mr. Jeffrey Domprey, Team Kirtland Honorary Commanders. We would also like to extend a special welcome to all commanders, directors, chiefs, first sergeants, and distinguished military and civilian guests who have taken their time out of their day to share in this special occasion. At this time, please stand for the arrival of the official party, the playing of ruffles and flourishes, and remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Team Kirtland Honor Guard, the playing of our national anthem, and the invocation given by Chaplain Captain Akajiaiku Iluka. Post the colors.
Go. Take. Put. Forward. Arm. Forward. Guard.
Colors. Hold. Present. Arms.
Chaplain Aluka, will you please come forward to provide the invocation?
Please join me in prayers. Today we've gathered to celebrate change that is rooted in customs and tradition. A new dawn. A responsibility given based on already established track records. Leadership is the ability to guide, influence, and inspire others towards achieving common goals. Brigadier General Jones has learned and grown through experience and hard work. Today, the nation, having been very much satisfied with the works and duties he has done so far, has decided to promote him into higher responsibility. Chief of Air Force Safety Headquarters and Commander, Air Force Safety Center. Big responsibilities with big expectations. We thank all those who have always been very supportive of his personal and professional development. We remember especially his wife, Nataki, daughters, Oreen, Bralin, and Tatum. We also remember his son, Hamilton. You've all provided the enabling environment that has helped General Jones to thrive. We just want to say thank you all. Sir, as you step into this new role, we pray that you continue to set visions, make strategic decisions, and foster enabling environments that will further motivate and empower people under your leadership for greater human capacity development. You have so many seasoned personnel as your teammates. We pray for God's protection and guidance as you discharge your duties. We are very much confident that you will take the units to higher heights as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We also pray that all our visiting guests will get back to their destinations safely. We make our prayers in God's holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Team Kirtland Honor Guard and Chaplain Aluka. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, it is my honor to introduce the host and presiding officer for today's ceremony, Lieutenant General Scott Ployce, Acting Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you to the Air Force Safety Center for the opportunity to speak here today and preside over the ceremony. It is always an honor to be a part of a change of command ceremony, and this is a special one for us, and it's a big day for our United States Air Force. I'd like to personally thank former Governor of New Mexico, the Honorable Harold Pope Jr. for joining us today. I also want to recognize Mr. Vincent Fisher and his wife Leslie. We value your continued and close cooperation with New Mexico and the Department of Energy, and we're glad that you were able to join us today. Assumptions of command are both about a unit's future, but it's also about its past. A chance to recognize the accomplishments of AFSEC and the team behind it who made the Air Force a safer place. Under Major General Choquette and his leadership, you overhauled the Department of the Air Force's approach to risk management, education, training, and integration with the other services. We were not always the most open about our safety information, but you all changed that. Thanks for your hard work to our maintainers and our joint partners that are able to benefit from the data to reduce risk across the board. Additionally, you've also made our nuclear deterrence mission stronger with the initiation of the Nuclear Surety Annual Report. All this innovation while closing 36 mishap investigation reports at the Hazard Review Board just show how hard you've been working. Your accomplishments under Major General Choquette are noteworthy, but what I'm really most impressed with is that you did not passively wait for the next senior leader to come in and arrive. The team of 155 airmen embodied the active leadership philosophy of the department and is striving as we continue to contemplate major operations against China. You completed and distributed the Integrating Risk and Readiness Phase 2 plan, enhancing our ability to manage risk. You also helped make our largest exercise, RE4PAC, succeed. Because of you, we're developing agile combat employment concepts with safety in mind. AFSEC is ready to pass the ball to its next commander and move forward. Brigadier General Otis Jones takes command in an era where the need for safety is actually increasing. The age of our platforms increases the risk of failure, and our new platforms will require novel mitigations in order to keep the force safe. The space domain is growing faster than ever, with launch platforms accelerating deployment cycles. Moreover, ACE is inherently riskier than operations at established bases. The work you do will be essential in readying our force for any conflict. The work you do will be essential in integrating risk management into every aspect of our daily lives. Fortunately, General Jones is now well prepared for the challenges ahead. He commanded at the squadron, group, and wing level, and in many theaters around the globe. As the 374th Airlift Wing Commander in Japan, he renegotiated airspace allocations and handled the expansion of operations by over 350,000 hours. He also led his 11,000-person wing through 8 typhoon responses. At America's largest overseas wing, the 86th Airlift Wing at Ramstein, he was responsible for 30 squadrons and 52,000 Americans in the area. At the 86th, he pioneered C-130 ACE mission Ready Airman program, cutting deployment footprint in half, and learned about the requirements of our new operating concept. Lastly, as the Chief of Staff for USAFE Africa, he brought together operations from over 104 different countries to implement command policies and programs. He shaped the character of modern warfare as the major commands dealt with conflict in Ukraine, Lebanon, and Niger. Brigadier General Jones' combination of safety, operational, and leadership experience make him the perfect person to select to be in charge of our integrated management safety approach. No commander leads alone. General Jones leads his support by his amazing family who's unable to attend today. His parents, Otis and Christine Jones, shaped him into a leader of character as a boy in Selma, Alabama. His wife, Nikita, is absolutely essential to his success. Together, they have an award-winning team, earning the 2020 Pacific Air Force's Lieutenant General Jerome F. O'Malley Award for the Best Wing Command Team in PACAF. Lastly, his daughters Oren, Breland, Tatum, and his son Hamilton keep him grounded as a leader and inspire him to make the world a better place. Thank you for your commitment to the United States Air Force. The Air Force Safety Center is ultimately about people. Your work keeps airmen and guardians safe. Your work helps us as senior leaders make tough decisions about our service. We are in a dangerous business, and it should be no more dangerous than is necessary to still win our nation's wars. Brigadier General Jones will assume command today with our trust and confidence. We trust he will be increasing combat power through risk management, training, and analysis. So let's get this thing going.
Thank you, General Ployce. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the official assumption of command and the publishing of the order.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Special order number G-25-002, dated 28 August 2025. Brigadier General Otis C. Jones assumes command of the Air Force Safety Center by order of Lieutenant General Scott Ployce, Acting Vice Chief of Staff of the Air Force.
Officers, face.
Sir, I assume command.
Officer, face.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is now my pleasure to present the commander of the Air Force Safety Center, Brigadier General Otis C. Jones. Sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Wow, what an awesome day. You see, After 30 years of service to our great nation, it is hard to believe that Team Jones gets another opportunity to serve such a phenomenal organization. Simply amazing. With protocol having already been established, I would like to bid a hearty welcome to all of our distinguished guests. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us here today. A special thanks to the team that made this ceremony possible. Project Officer Captain Ball, outstanding job. To Second Lieutenant Reisenberg, Master Sergeant Donovan, our MC, and Tech Sergeant Saxton, thank you. Well done. To the protocol staff and to the public affairs, appreciate all your work. Chief Thomas, thanks for securing the guidon, representing our history and heritage with pride. Honor Guard, Tech Sergeant Walker and his team look so very sharp today. Appreciate you representing the very best of what our service has to offer. Chaplain Captain Aluka, thank you for covering this ceremony with your inspiring words, and to the many, many other outstanding teammates working behind the scenes, thank you for helping make this such a special occasion. I would like to take a moment to thank the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General Alvin, for giving the Jones family this amazing assignment. And to Lieutenant General Ploy, sir, thank you for your dedicated service to our nation. And more importantly, thank you for making the trip and honoring this transition, especially in such short notice. Now, it'll be a tough task to follow Major General Choquette, but Nataki and I will do our very best to serve this team with the pride and passion that it so richly deserves. We pledge to work hard each and every day, taking care of this family and leading from the front. Speaking of Nataki, I would like to take a few moments to acknowledge my beautiful wife. And yes, I'm looking right at you. Nataki, thank you for your selfless service to our nation, the Department of the Air Force, and our local communities. And thank you for your solemn commitment to our family. You are an incredible wife and a wonderful mother, and I appreciate the sacrifices you've made, not only for our immediate family, but for the incredible airmen and guardians we serve with across the globe. I love you very much. To our 4 incredible children, Orrin, Braylon, Tatum, and Hamilton, thank you for showing great maturity and resilience throughout this journey. You've done it all with positive attitudes and smiles on your faces. You've excelled in school, competed well on the fields of friendly strife, and been a model of leadership at the local, regional, and national levels. We are so proud of you, and Mom and Dad, we love you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special day for our family, simply because we have the opportunity to continue serving. We are tremendously excited and energized, yet humbled, for the call to lead the men and women of the Air Force Safety Center. I would like to thank Major General Choquette for all of his support during this transition. He made it easy for our family to get settled and hit the ground running. We thank him for leaving us such a magnificent organization and a high-performing team. His leadership, his dedication, and superior performance definitely a class act. And it underscores the fact that this organization is truly exceptional. Congratulations on a successful command and best of luck on the Joint Staff. Now, to the men and women of the Air Force Safety Center, I'm going to give you everything that I've got. And I pledge my very best in supporting you, your families, and our mission to increase combat power through risk management, training, and analysis. You set the standard, and I know you've reached this milestone not by accepting the status quo, but instead it's because you've successfully navigated the complex contours of our national security environment. This is a critical moment in time, no doubt, but the Safety Center can be that North Star that guides safe execution of combat operations across the entire enterprise. Because our no-fail mission is not just the vital component of our Air and Space Force mission, rather it is our foundation and foundational to our nation's defense. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been extremely impressed with your depth of expertise, and more importantly, the passion and care in which each of you approach your daily task. It is truly inspiring. Throughout my career, I've witnessed firsthand how the Department's safety program has preserved readiness and increased combat capability. It's because you prioritize safeguarding people and preventing mishaps, whether it's through supporting nuclear surety initiatives, interim safety boards, safety investigation boards, or implementing and driving integrated risk and readiness tasks across MAGCOMs, just to name a few. It is crystal clear to me that this great team here at Kirtland executes at an extremely high level, and it's oftentimes without fanfare, but always without fail. Today I ask you to continue on this path of excellence, and let's continue to raise the bar by seeking new and innovative ways to accomplish our mission. As our military evolves, so must our organization. We must build on the great momentum and find new and innovative ways to solve tomorrow's problems. I know we have the talent, so I ask each and every one of you to continue in your commitment to our mission. We owe this to the American people. Let me close with a charge. We are charged to be proactive and not reactive, ensuring a culture that encourages learning from mistakes and fostering open communication without fear of reprisal. We are charged to continue the relentless pursuit of innovation and improvement, leveraging data, technology, and best practices to stay ahead of emerging threats and risk. We are charged to prioritize the well-being of airmen and guardians, ensuring that they have the training, the resources, and leadership needed to execute missions safely and effectively. Teammates, I'm deeply honored to assume command of the Air Force Safety Center with responsibilities as Chief of Safety for our Air and Space Forces. While we live in turbulent times, no doubt, this only means that our opportunities are positively enormous. Opportunities where we can make an impact, a positive impact, that will make our nation beam with pride. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you and working with and for you in the coming day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brigadier General Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force and Space Force songs, followed by the departure of the official party. This concludes today's ceremony. On behalf of Lieutenant General Ployce and the Air Force Safety Center, thank you for attending. You are invited to join Brigadier General Jones at the receiving line and reception in the lobby. Thank you, and have a great day.